We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 2. Etienne up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Ramp 23. Go. Hey,
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Broncos hit 3 and 7 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Nick's going to tap this forward. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
They'll go play action with Nix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ron.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk.
And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Caught right side, Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Looks good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after. He's got a man complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Nix. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas,
58 yards.
and the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Off the play fake, Nix.
Flushed out right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On play action, Lawrence. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Second and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Lawrence.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas
With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
11. Go, let's go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, go.
Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Red on red. Go.
Lawrence will throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire.
Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gabriel Davis as the first half is winding down. And the Jags continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bob. Ready?
They start the second half here with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
They'll try to run the ball here with Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Oh, some strong running. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
To throw, here's Nix. Screen play set up for Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the 1st down.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for him. So what's the nowhere to go here? He lost the football, and it's going to carry him out of
the side of the end zone, and that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
They run it again with Williams. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
In motion, the tight end. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. 11, Agate. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Nix to the air.
Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. He tried to swing that one to the outside, but to no avail. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here we go with Williams. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Motion man left is Kirk. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Sink right. 13 loop.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got room past the 30.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now it's Nix.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's Nix.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
They'll go play action with Nix.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Throwing Nix.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw is Nix.
On the move to his left. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hey, easy, route.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Jacksonville, the win gets them a step closer